What if I told you there's a book so powerful it has quietly shaped the lives of millionaires, inventors, and CEOs for nearly a century? This isn't some self-help gimmick or a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a proven formula for success, forged during the darkest economic crisis in modern history, the Great Depression. When the world was collapsing, one man, Napoleon Hill, spent 25 years studying the wealthiest and most successful people on Earth. He was on a mission to uncover their biggest secret. And the answer wasn't luck or genius. It was a repeatable, step-by-step system for achieving anything you desire. If you've ever felt stuck or wondered why some people seem to have it all while you're just getting by, then this video is for you. This is where you stop asking, why not me, and start asking, how can I? Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down the 6 core principles from Hill's legendary book, Think and Grow Rich. These lessons are so powerful, they could completely change your financial future. Remember, success isn't just about money. It's about building a life of purpose and freedom. Ready? Let's dive in. 1. Desire. Hill said the starting point of all achievement is desire. Look at Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. What kept him going wasn't luck. It was a desire so strong that quitting simply wasn't an option. Desire isn't just for legends. Think of a young entrepreneur who spends all their nights and weekends building an app, or a single parent who stays up studying for a nursing degree after 2 jobs. That isn't casual interest, that's a burning desire in action. Hill taught that a vague wish won't get you anywhere, but when you define your dream in detail, your brain begins hunting for ways to make it real. Actionable advice. Create a definite purpose. Write down your goal with specific details. I will earn X dollars by date Y by following Plan Z. Build a burning desire. Put your goal where you can see it every day. Read it aloud. Visualize the feeling of achieving it. Make that desire an obsession. 2. Faith. Desire alone isn't enough. You have to believe it's possible. Henry Ford had that faith when people laughed at his idea of building a car for the masses. His own engineers told him the assembly line was impossible until his faith wore them down. Faith isn't just for industrial titans. Think of a teenager practicing basketball alone at night, convinced they'll make the varsity team, even when no one else believes. That faith gets them back on the court day after day. Hill called faith the head chemist of the mind because once you mix it with desire, your actions line up with your belief. Actionable advice. Use positive affirmations. Repeat powerful positive statements to yourself daily, like, I am capable of achieving my goals. Celebrate small wins. Every small step forward is proof that you're on the right track. Acknowledge these wins to build bigger, stronger faith. 3. Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the practice of feeding your mind with the messages you want it to follow. Jim Carrey famously carried a $10 million check he wrote to himself long before he was a star. He looked at it every day, programming his mind to believe success was coming. On a smaller scale, it's a person telling themselves, I'm confident, I'm prepared before a big interview. That self-talk changes their posture, their tone, their entire presence. Autosuggestion is like planting seeds. Repeat them enough and they grow into beliefs that direct your actions. Actionable advice. Write and speak your goals. Write out your goals in the present tense and read them aloud every morning and night. This helps them sink into your subconscious. Create a vision board. Fill it with images and phrases that represent your goals. This visual reinforcement strengthens your autosuggestion. 4. Specialized knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere, but only specialized knowledge creates leverage. Bill Gates didn't need to know everything. He focused on software and changed the world. Think of a local mechanic who specializes in hybrid cars. Suddenly, every hybrid driver in town comes to him because his knowledge is rare. That's leverage. Riches don't come from being a generalist. They flow to those who master one thing so well that people seek them out for it. Actionable advice. Identify your niche. What are you passionate about? What problem can you become the go-to expert for? Learn continuously. Read, take courses, and follow experts in your field. Make yourself a lifelong student of your craft. 5. Imagination. Every success starts as an idea. Walt Disney was once fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Years later, his imagination created Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, and a global storytelling empire. But imagination isn't just for visionaries. Think of a small-town baker experimenting with gluten-free recipes, might imagine a product line no one else offers, and suddenly they have customers driving from 3 cities away. Without imagination, desire has nowhere to go. Actionable advice. Schedule time for creativity. Step away from your work and let your mind wander. Read fiction, listen to music, or simply sit with a notebook and jot down wild ideas. Combine disparate concepts. Think about how 2 unrelated ideas or industries could be combined to create something completely new. 6. Persistence. Here's the glue that holds everything together. Persistence. Colonel Sanders heard no 1,000 times before a restaurant finally agreed to try his chicken recipe. That persistence became KFC. Persistence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, like a college student working the night shift and studying until dawn because they refuse to drop out. Hill warned that most people fail not because they can't succeed, but because they quit too soon. Persistence is the bridge between your desire and your results. So here they are, 6 principles that have outlived the Great Depression and still shape lives today. They aren't just abstract theories, they're practical tools, and you'll see them at work in your own life every time you've dreamed bigger or refused to quit. Success isn't about getting rich. It's about growing into the person who can handle it, and that journey begins in your mind. What are you imagining right now? And more importantly, are you persistent enough to see it through? Because as Hill proved, wealth, whether in dollars, freedom, or fulfillment, always starts the same way. Think it, grow it, live it.